our Go Live. That's our YouTube channel there. And here is our Facebook feed as well. So you can watch this on our Facebook pages, Mom FM and Hot Country Hits, or our YouTube channel. You can listen to it over your radio on 102.7 WMOM and Hot Country Hits 99.9 on your smart devices, and as well on our new app, too, West Michigan Radio. So check that out when you get a chance. And we want to welcome to the studio, Tracy is here with us first. Tracy, how you doing this morning? Thanks for coming in.
Good, Chris. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And Patrick, how you doing? And welcome back to the studio. You were here just a couple weeks ago. And good morning. We're talking about the annual meeting that is coming up, right? You still have that on the schedule.
Next week, Wednesday.
Oh, boy. We'll be talking about that here in a moment and see how the plans are coming together there. But let's talk, let's kind of dive into business accounts. And Tracy, what's your title there at Safe Harbor Credit Union?
I am now I got to try and remember this, the membership or the business relations specialist.
Okay, all right. And
that's
so
the official title.
That'll work. And when we're talking about that, you have business owners, managers, those coming in, sitting down and talking with you. What's sort of the majority of the areas that you cover, or at least you talk with individuals on a daily basis there at Safe Harbor?
Gosh, I think it stems from just even people, new business owners, small businesses walking in and not really even knowing where to begin. They have this, business that they want to do, and so they just need a little guidance on how to establish that. So, of course, there's some legality that goes behind that. You have to file with the state of Michigan, depending on what type of business you want to do. There's certain documentation that is required. But then other than that, it's pretty easy. And I think there's been a huge misconception for a long time that, credit unions don't do business accounts, but we do. I mean, that we do everything a bank would do. So as far as checking accounts, savings accounts, money market, CDs, you can do all of that. The online banking, I mean, the whole package is really what you can do.
We do ask this question from time to time to try to separate from that bank versus the credit union. Is there something that just stands out for you when it comes to that?
Yeah, definitely. Our accounts are service-free, checking account service-free. We just came out with our business money market account. You keep $5,000 in it. You can earn decent interest. It starts at 2%. So that's really good. So I think that's one of our major lots of times there's per transactions, per deposited item that you have to your feed at other institutions. So I think that's one of our things that we pride ourselves on. We're here for them, for the businesses. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Patrick, anything to add to that? You've been diving into all of the services that Safe Harbor has, pretty knowledgeable about it, and able to support your team there at Safe Harbor. Let's talk about more of that business account and the advantages that the consumers can take part in when it comes to Safe Harbor.
Yeah, so as Tracy said, same services as banks. We got our checking, our savings, and then we have our business tier money market account, which we just put on the website. Very competitive. Highly recommend any business owner that's listening, go check out our website. I think you'll be impressed by it. But I can't help but think when she was saying the difference between us and a bank is it's really in our logo. We say, your success is our success. We belong to you. We're really there for the business owner. We're not there for the profit for our shareholders. We're there to help you succeed.
Okay. All right. Good information there. Somebody's going to ask the two of you, and Tracy, I'll ask the question of you, is if they want to migrate their account or one of their accounts or all their accounts over to Safe Harbor, is that going to be a challenge for them? What is that stepped through process like?
I don't think it's necessarily a challenge. I think it's a process.
Okay.
I think first we just establish the account, and then we kind of work from there. Getting like ACHs moved over, their POS system moved over, just those little things. Usually within a couple weeks' time, those things can be changed. Some of them are same day. So it's not necessarily a challenge. It's just a process. And
Okay.
it's usually not very lengthy of a process either.
All right. Second part of that question. Let's say you are a wannabe and eventually an entrepreneur. Is there benefits? Is there, to starting right there at Safe Harbor? And is there some education that goes into that, if you don't mind sharing?
Oh, definitely. I think that we try to give you knowledge, and we also have a commercial lender, Brian Pyra, who is excellent. He's got lots of experience. So we're always trying to, him and I kind of work together, and we always meet with these business owners together, so they can so we can both answer those questions and kind of help guide a little bit.
Okay.
We use our resources within the community to help those businesses too. So it's all about connection, I think, and relationships and building those relationships. So even if it's not, some of them we know, like painters or, those types of things, like if they need things done within their offices. So I think it's more of a community thing than just like our knowledge.
Okay.
We just know who we can, connect with.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's 2024. We're moving into, we're in spring, moving into summer. Is there certain things that happened or conversations that happen this time of the year that we can give some information on, maybe a tip or a hint or suggestion, and then ultimately have somebody come in and sit down with you to discuss it more? Is there something real time that you discuss with businesses right now during the course of the year?
Yeah, it's funny because I think a lot of businesses now are looking at improvements,
Okay.
especially with the just kind of like you do with your home too. You look at, renovations and making things or expanding even. So I think revolving line of credit is always one thing we always try to encourage, because you always have that overhead that you have to keep up with. We're a very seasonal place, so a lot of businesses make the bulk of their money during the summer season. So that revolving line of credit can get you through like those slower months too. So I would say that would be one of our things, like just, getting improvements and just actually getting started too.
Good points there. Let's change gears and talk to the two of you about the youth programs that you have at Safe Harbor Credit Union. And you've got a special event coming up later this month. But Tracy, I'll start with you, and Patrick, I'll ask that you add to it as well. Is how important is it to reach those younger community members that we have here among us?
Gosh, I think it's huge. I think it's becoming more and more important that our younger generation has knowledge on financial literacy. I think so much has been established as electronic. So I have a 10-year-old son, so he has real no concept of what cash really is. He's like, Mom, hey, can I get this? Can't you just get it on Amazon? Like there's this misconception that it just automatically appears. Yeah. So I think there is, and we partner with the Mason County Foundation. We do Kickstart to Career. We do Financial Literacy Month, which is the month of April. All credit unions participate in that, and we just really try to educate, savings, budgeting, those types of things, and it depends on the age too. So yeah. Those are some of the things that we try to really focus on, especially in the month of April.
All right, good points there. Patrick, dovetail off of that. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, throughout the month we'll be having groups of kids coming in, and we'll be teaching them more about the importance of having a savings account and how that's going to come into effect later on in life. And throughout the month, I'll be posting some financial literacy information. Just I guess one, for example, I found fascinating was a study from the University of Washington showed that children that are taught financial literacy before the age of 10 years old are 5 times more likely to go to college and 7 times more likely to graduate from high school. I just thought that was interesting. It shows the importance of teaching your children financial literacy and how they can understand it, and when they do understand it, it can open up some doors.
Well, that's pretty powerful. Great statistics right out, and that's what we want to learn as adults or family members having children, you want to be able to instill some things into them that will help them as they grow up, as they go through school, as they become adults themselves, and be able to pass on that. So it's good that you're taking that approach. You have an event coming up on the 26th. Is that right?
Yeah.
Take us through that.
Yeah. So usually it's the last Friday of the month. We put on, I kind of want to call it a little bit of a party for our youth. We have little, goodie bags. We do cookies, punch. We'll have, some games and things that they can do. So I think we try to make it so they can come in after school or, come in, the littler ones during the day with their parents. There might be some superheroes there, I hear.
Okay.
So, it's just a really fun day.
All right. Fantastic. Patrick, you've got also the annual meeting that's on tap. And if you're just joining us, we're talking with the team from Safe Harbor Credit Union, Tracy and Patrick in the studio with us. Take us through an update on how that's going right now.
Yeah, annual meeting's going really well. Coming up quick next week, Wednesday. Doors open at 5:30. The annual meeting starts at 6. We have dinner after that. Exciting prizes. We'll have a grill. We'll have a propane powered. Sorry, I forget
fire
my
pit.
word. Yeah, fire pit. Thanks.
Very cool.
Yeah, with JBL speaker, Roku TV. So that'll be through a raffle. That'll be fun.
Okay.
Can meet it with other members and just see how your credit union's doing.
All right.
If you've RSVP'd, come into Safe Harbor 5511 US 10 and pick up your ticket. If you haven't RSVP'd yet, you still can on the website.
Okay, very cool. And you can become a member for just $5, right?
Just
Yes.
$5.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Tracy, we'll leave the last message to you and take us through anything that you want us to know about businesses or the youth or anything that Safe Harbor is providing. Would you do that for us?
Yeah. I guess just come in and see us. Our doors are always open. You don't need an appointment. You can bring your kids in too. And it's really good for them to experience that. Reach out to me if you need any business help, like establishing accounts and things like that. I am more than happy to come to you or, feel free to just stop in.
All right.
Yeah.
Very good. Patrick, we appreciate you coming in. Thanks for being a part of the team there. Tracy, thank you as well. Thanks for being
Chris.
here this morning. It is 9 o'clock on Mom FM and Hot